So let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. And try to maintain an awareness of not slouching or leaning, letting go of it, any unnecessary tension in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position, allowing the body to fall into place. And then let go of attending to the outside world, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation, constraining your awareness to the body and mind. Concentrating that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation accompanying the in-breath and the out-breath, particularly in the space around the opening of the nostrils. Giving yourself the instruction to notice quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation arises in the mind, without judgment or frustration, to lift your awareness up from those distractions and to place it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And today's meditation will be on the 5 forces, which again comes from the Lojong tradition, the first of which is motivation. So we'll integrate the first of the 5 forces as we set, as we always do, a vast altruistic intention. So try to tap into that sense of a genuine motivation. Why are you engaging in this practice? For whose benefit are you engaging in this practice? And try to generate a sincere wish, a strong aspiration to move beyond self-interest in your motivations as anything that does motivate, and to embrace wider motivations, allowing one's own suffering to remind you of the suffering of others, allowing one's happiness to remind you of your wish for all sentient beings to be happy. So concentrate the mind on this vast, open motivation, recognizing that everything that we do is motivated by some impulse. And the more we practice the altruistic motivation, the more integrated our spiritual path becomes into our daily life. And the second of the five forces is the force of familiarization. I think in your own life, your own studies, what are the core teachings that you yourself wish to embody? And try to give rise to a determination to again and again return to these topics, these insights, understanding that our actions, our priorities, our behaviors are all just reflections of that with which we are deeply familiar. So new habits, new thoughts, new priorities arise in dependence on new familiarizations. Which does in turn depend upon a certain discipline of repetition, a certain patience, having a long-term view, a willingness to approach the topic from different angles and different ways, again and again. So see yourself returning to these insights, even in difficult days, upon waking, before sleep, turning away from distraction. And seed is I'm sorry, the third force is the white seed of virtue. So here we are thinking about the spiritual momentum of our lives through everyday continual acts of virtue, increasing the momentum or the merit or the positive potential of the mind, nurturing it through intentionally engaging in virtuous activity. And virtuous activity is anything that genuinely acts as an antidote to afflicted states of mind. So any act of genuine generosity or patience or ethics or loving kindness, compassion, as well as study and formal practice, thinking of each day as a new opportunity to focus on finding specific deeds, virtuous deeds, to add to our collection in the mind, to build up vast storehouses of positive potential. Think how you can use today to engage in these acts of virtue. The fourth force is the repudiation of egoistic self preoccupation. In some translations, they refer to this as the force of getting rid all at once. So it begins with seeing that self grasping and self cherishing are the cause of our own suffering and the cause of the actions that we engage in that cause suffering for others. Clearly labeling it as the source of pain, dissatisfaction. And then with wisdom, strongly wishing to be completely separated from all of those impulses, completely rejecting the entirety of this suffering. Totally destroying the illusion of oneself as a separate, permanent, independent self that must be defended and promoted at all costs. Trying to give rise to that genuine wish. And then the fifth force is the power of prayer or aspiration. So think in your own life, what do you aspire to? What do you most fervently wish? And we can think too of our dedication prayers, offering our practices for the benefit of others. So both aspirational prayers, what we wish to become, and dedication prayers, what we wish to offer that has already been done. And try to recite or connect with these prayers in your mind. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And by dedicating, we again practice the power of prayer. So we think of our altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation that we have actualized that positive intention, which in turn has generated positive energy in the mind. And we think that we freely offer the fruit of our practice, that positive energy, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly, when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment, so that I might work for the benefit of all sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. May I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.